Hey guys, first you'll need a white painted board. I got this from Reuse Hawaii for $3, 2 different shades of blue paint, 2 paintbrushes, some black vinyl, and finally we need some frog tape to tape off our stripes. I took this picture from Pinterest and I'll link who made it in the bottom bar. Always give credit to whoever you copy. And I'm just going to copy the different shades of blue, white, and then black lettering. So first I just taped off some stripes. I didn't feel the need to show that because I just eyeballed how I wanted them. And then I'm going on with the paint in kind of a thin way because I want it to look weathered and like it's been there and worn down a little. So I'm just painting it on, and then I'm going from the sides of the tape towards the middle of the stripe as well. You'll see me do that here. Here I go. So that I can get a definite edge, but definitely making sure that the white shows through in the middle of the stripes. So after I paint it through, I go across it all the way from one side to the other to make sure that it has no stripes. So now I'm just going to remove the tape after I let it sit for 30 minutes in the sun to dry. And then I'm going to tape off the next shade of blue. Since some of the blue is going to be up against another blue, I'm going over the blue stripe with the first tape, and I'm pressing down the edges to make sure to create a good seal so that they don't bleed together. And I'm going to do a wide band of the lighter shade of blue at the bottom. And like I said, I'm just eyeballing it, no measuring, simple. This is about where I realized that the blue was a lot brighter than I thought it would be, but I'll be able to correct that later. I'm just going in, you know, it's an old piece of wood so it has some imperfections, so I was going into the side a little, making sure that it gets into all the grooves, and but making sure that the white does show through a little bit. And just repeat with each step, and then let it dry for 30 minutes in the sun. Now, because that blue is too bright, I'm going to use this sandpaper block and a rag to wipe it off after I'm done. I'm just going over to remove some of the paint, and I'm going against the grain of the wood so that the white shows through better. Now I'm just going to wipe it down with the rag to get a clean surface for the vinyl to adhere to. I used my silhouette and just a basic font to cut out the vinyl. So now I'm going to lay out the letters, and I did get a little decorative flare that I'm going to add to the bottom and to the top as well. But at first I thought I was just going to do it on the bottom. So lay out the letters how I want, and I wanted the little detail to be where the two colors met, so I'm just kind of centering that under where the E is, in between the white and the bottom blue band. And the thing that's really hard about these little pieces is getting my thumbnail underneath there to separate it from the backing. But the cool thing about vinyl is if I look at it and I decide I don't like where it is, I could reposition it and then make sure I adhere it down really well with my fingers. So I'm just going to put the last 2 little dots on there, and then I'll start on the letters. So now I'm just taking the letter and I'm taking a little corner, and I like to make sure that I take it from one complete bottom side or side of the piece to make sure that it's even and level how I want it, and then I just peel it off and rub it in with my hand and move on to the next letter. I was really surprised at how easy it was to do this. And on the M, it was, you know, the middle part didn't want to go exactly straight, so it was real easy for me to pick it up and then reposition it so that it would be smooth. And I really like that about vinyl. The wind was trying to blow away some of my letters, so I'm having to reposition them, and then I'm going to work my way from the outside in. So I've got the W, the E, and the M, and now I'm gonna center those last 3 letters in the middle. Looks good to me, and let's get them stuck on. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up my trash, and then that's when I decided that I wanted to do the little flourish at the top as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that and mimic how it looks at the bottom, so that's why I'm eyeballing down there before I put each piece on. Guys, this was so simple. It's my first vinyl project, and I was so surprised at how simple it was to create. It makes me want to make a whole bunch of different vinyl signs now. And the vinyl was the most expensive part. I had to buy, they didn't have rolls of vinyl, they only had these sheets, so I had to buy, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets, and they were $2.50 a piece. The paint was $1 a bottle. The paint brushes were $1 a piece. So, and $3 for the board that was already painted white. So there's my completed sign for $15 in supplies plus $3. Let's just call it a $20 sign. I have this really cool 5-foot tall welcome sign for my front porch. And there you can see where I sanded it and the detail of the wood and the paint being a little more rustic than you could see from in the sun. Thanks for watching. Bye.